We're a huge fan of Andrew here. Yes. To see you. We love him dearly, and he's very talented, but he will never admit it.
Anyway, I got my first classical guitar when I was about 7, and I got classic guitar lessons when I was in primary school. And then I started learning to play bass when I was about 10. We had a band in church and they needed a bass player.
Hey, my name's Andrew Carey. I'm an audio recording and production student, and this is my life.
So I was born with a congenital heart defect called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which basically means that the left side of my heart didn't develop properly. So I have a very tiny atrium on the left-hand side, but the ventricle is pretty much non-existent, so they don't work. So I had 3 open heart surgeries when I was born, one a few months later, and then one when I was 4 years old, which was used to correct the heart condition. So as far as I believe, normally a normal heart would pump, the right-hand side would pump the blood to the lungs, and then it would come back to the heart to be pumped by the left-hand side to the rest of the body. But in my heart, that's kind of reversed, so the right-hand side pumps it to the body, and then it comes back via the lungs to be oxygenated back to the heart. So it's a single pump rather than 2 pumps. So it just means that I get breathless a lot easier, tired, just because the heart is trying to do twice as much. So I can't really run, just because I just get so tired very quickly that I can run for about 5 seconds and then I lie down. So no, there have been very few survivors with this, practically none, apart from in America. There had been a guy called Dr. Norwood who'd come up with some surgery that he was trying out in America, which had a few successes. So they wanted to start bringing that over to the UK. So my parents were giving them 3 choices. They could either terminate the pregnancy there and then, they could have a stillborn, or just make me born and then just die naturally, or give this surgery a go. Obviously they decided the surgery. So that's what they did. And then Dr. Norwood came over from the States to perform the surgery and teach the guys in London how to do it. There was me and one other guy in the space of a few days, and they were kind of the first 2 in London. So there were they sent out a massive prayer chain. So there were people praying all over the world, people praying in Australia, just from sending it out from one church, and people talked to other people, and there were like hundreds of people praying around the world when I was born, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So how does this disability limit you, apart from being breathless?
Yeah, like you say, there were people doing sports, and I couldn't join in, but I sort of found ways around that. So in secondary school, when I was doing everyone was doing PE, I would just go to the music classroom and make music in a cupboard. It was literally a broom cupboard with 1 computer in that I hid in every time there was a PE lesson for about 3 hours a week, and just made music, which was fun. So that kind of got me into composition and writing music. I think the favourite part is not necessarily the degree. I think it's more kind of the freelance work you get to do alongside it, meeting new people, recording music for them, and sort of see their idea change into something